you type Llama run, you type this command Llama run Phi-3 column medium, and then you run that emoji pie. Yeah, this is something that I realized, but I believe this is related to the quantization. I don't think it has something to do with the model itself from Microsoft. Hello there, my gorgeous friends on the internet. Welcome back to yet another video. Now, today we're going to be talking about Phi-3. Phi, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Microsoft got to tell us how to pronounce this. And this is a large language model by Microsoft, and it comes in three different sizes. We have the Phi-3 medium, which is 3.8 billion parameters. We have the Phi-3 small, which is 7 billion parameters, and we have here the context length here, and then we have the Phi-3 medium, which is 14 billion parameters, and we have the context length here. We have the Phi-3 vision model, which is something I'm thinking of going through maybe in subsequent videos where we can try it out, play around with it and see what we can get out of it. Again, I have been using Lava for vision in Jarvis. For those of you who know Jarvis, we're currently working on Jarvis. Yes, Jarvis from the Iron Man movie. And if you want to check out that video, click on the link down in the description below, or the link is going to pop up here on the right or on the left. I'm not quite sure how this works, but yeah, you get the point. So we're going to hit straight forward to the benchmark and have a look at how it compares to other models in terms of performance, cost effectiveness, and everything in between. So looking at the benchmark here, model specific and capacities, we can see that the Phi model actually outperforms most of these large language models. Now, if we scroll down here, so if we look at the medium model here, we can see that in terms of popular aggregated benchmarks, it's actually not that bad. Actually, it outperforms Mistral 8 times 22 billion parameters and outperforms Gemini 1.0 Pro. Wow, that's really fascinating. But we can see here Llama 3 70 billion parameters instruct model is actually really impressive. Well, in terms of reasoning, here we can see it kind of outperforms slightly most of the models, apart from Llama 3 70 billion parameters, the instruct model. Of course, in terms of math reasoning, we see that the medium model, which is the 4K, it's kind of good, I would say. In terms of math reasoning, we can see that it's slightly lesser. The Llama 3 70 billion parameters is actually slightly better than the Phi-3 medium model, which is not that much actually. Well, I'm not gonna go through all of this. Of course, I'm gonna put the link to this site below so you can have a look at it yourself, and you can compare the benchmarks and everything in between. Now, that said, we are going to hit straight forward to the testing, and for that we need to install Llama. I'm not sure if you guys know about Llama. In my previous video, I demonstrated Llama, which is a software you just download on your computer, Linux, Mac OS, or Windows, which is in preview right now. You download that onto your system, and out of the box you're able to run large language models locally on your computer. And of course, you need to have GPU for this. You need to have enough space. You need to have a lot of VRAM if you're on Windows and stuff like that. But then you need a lot of RAM for this to be able to work locally on your computer. So you just hit straight forward to this website. I'm gonna put the link to this in the description below. And you just click here, download the software locally. And after downloading that, you install it. And after installing, you should be able to just hit this command, Llama dash dash version, and then you should be able to see the current version you're currently running on with Llama. And after you're done that, you're pretty much ready to go. So you just hit straight forward to the website. Again, I'm going to put all these links down in the description below. You hit straight forward there, and then you choose the model you want to run. So for our use case here, we're going to be running the medium model on our computer, which is 7.9 gigabytes. So you have all the models here. You have the 14 billion parameters model. You have the we have the 3.8 billion parameters model. Sorry, we have the instruct. We have the medium, and then we have the 14 billion parameters instruct model. And all of these models are quantized models, I believe so. I'm not sure. Yeah, all of these models on Llama are actually quantized models. So they are not, or they shouldn't be that heavy for you to download them. Now, after downloading the Llama software, you just hit straight forward to your terminal. You type Llama run. You type this command Llama run Phi-3 column medium, and then you run that. It's gonna start your model, and for the first time, it's taking some time because it's kind of like loading your model to memory. So subsequent times, it's not gonna take so much time. And I'm saying this one specifically for, if I'm typing like hi there, we can see here that the model is responding. We can see it's struggling. I mean, for context, I'm on an M1 Apple Silicon MacBook Pro, and with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's not the best, especially the medium model locally. Who are you? You see, it's taking some time. We can see here that it's kind of struggling actually, and emoji pie. Yeah, this is something that I realized while testing before recording this video. I realized the model actually spit out some, I don't know, some gibberish. I'm not sure if I should call this gibberish or if I should call this what, but I believe this is related to the quantization, and yeah, I don't think it has something to do with the model itself from Microsoft. So, of course, you can have it running locally like this, and using that from the terminal, but a lot of people don't love using that from the terminal. And for the sake of managing many chats and stuff like that, you might want to have something like Open Web UI, which is an amazing project for having a web UI for your large language models locally. And I really do love this project, and it's open source and free. Now, for you to be able to use Open UI, you just need to hit straight forward to the repository. I believe the repository should be somewhere here. I'm not quite sure. GitHub repository, Open Web UI. You can just go to Open Web UI. Just type Open Web UI GitHub, and then you should be redirected to their repository. And it was formerly known as Llama Web UI, so it's recently changed the name. So this is the GitHub repository. It's easy to run. Personally, I would suggest you run it with Docker with just a couple of commands. You can have that set up with Docker. Just come up to this repository and everything is here. Now, after having all of that done, you should be able to have this UI. So once you hit the command and then you start it and it's running on Docker, you should be able to have it here like this. Now, once you have it here, you just click here and then you select the model you want to use. This is Jarvis, which is what we're working on recently. And we have our newly downloaded model, which is Phi-3 medium, 14 billion parameters. And after we select the model here, all we need to do is just start chatting with the model. Hi there, how are you doing? Oh, I spelled it wrong here. So again, it's taking some time because it's loading to memory and all of that stuff. Okay, hello, as an AI model, I don't feel any, I don't have any personal feelings. I don't have feelings or personal state of being. However, I'm fully operational, ready to assist you. blah blah blah. So this is it. It's working. You can just use it here locally on your computer and all of that stuff. And yeah, that's just pretty much about it. So for those of you who are not aware yet, we set up a Patreon recently to build a community on Patreon as well, and get any support we can have from you guys. Thank you so much for your support to the already subscribed, or the people who have already joined our Patreon, and we really appreciate your support. A big shout out to Enrico, who joined our community recently. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for joining us on Patreon. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you coming back to our YouTube channel and watching our content. If you like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe button down below so you can keep getting this amazing content. And for those of you who are interested, because we have been getting a couple of issues opened on the GitHub for the Java's GitHub, whereas a couple of people were mentioning we can leverage the capacities of Phi-3, especially the small model, to essentially build or fine-tune that model for it to be able to work kind of like on mobile devices and and all whatnot, and for it to be very, very fast. I must say we are taking that into consideration, and that's definitely something we're looking into working on. So if this is something you want to see, please comment down below. We want Javas to run on Phi-3 Mini. Smash that like button. See you in the next one.